Rav Nachman, which is the last page. Im Talmud Chacham hu in Tzarech L'chora. It means that if it's Talmud Chacham, it doesn't have to say Kriya Shema Alamita. I'm not sure if we paskin like that, but I'm talking about Kriya Shema Alamita. So Talmud Chacham doesn't need Shteigin. Amar Abaye. Af Talmud Chacham ibayle lemeimar chad pesuka derachmi. Even the Talmud Chacham says Abaye needs to say one pasuk of Rachamim or of Torah. Kigon biadcha afkid ruchi. In your hand I give my soul. Padita osi Hashem el emet. Padita. You know what that means?
Like open? No? Podeh?
Podeh. What's Podeh? Uvduye Hashem. Right? Like when that God like riggedy redeems.
Oh.
Yeah. Podeh. There's another word. There's Uvduye Hashem. Like the one that God he releases from their
bounds,
yeah. And so he says, Padita oti, like set me free, God, to the truth. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're just trying to do.
Yeah.
We're trying to get to the truth over here,
Indeed we are.
We're coming through it, through the Gemara, everyone comes through it. Steigs.
Nice, New sugya.
What?
New sugya.
Yeah, we got 2 dots. Amar Levi Bar Chama, Amar Rabbi Shimon ben Lakish.
Oh.
L'olam yargiz adam yetzer tov al yetzer hara. A person should always yargiz his yetzer tov on his yetzer hara. He should make it angry. Or he should attack his he should get his good inclination riled up against his bad inclination.
The Rashi says what is that?
Sheyargiz.
Rashi says
if we're gonna do Rashi, we gotta do it right. You gotta be Dibur Maskil.
Dibur Maskil.
Yargiz Yetzer Tov.
Sheyaseh milchama im Yetzer hara. So what are we saying?
They should make war.
They should make war with your Yetzer hara.
That's what I was saying.
Nice. Shkoyach, bro. All right, weiter. Okay, so we just said Rav Shimon. Okay, so Amar Rav Levi ben Chama, Amar Rav Shimon ben Lakish. Right. Really, you should make war. A man should make war with his Yetzer Tov over on his Yetzer Hara. Okay.
So what does that mean?
It means, well, what does it mean?
Yeah.
Do you want my personal opinion?
Yeah.
Okay. It means that a person needs to always recognize that they have the choice to stay in a state of mind that doesn't let the negativity coming at them affect their state of mind. Meaning they should always be able to maintain a state of joy or simcha. AKA
super chill.
Super chillin'.
Yeah.
Shteigin it. We're back.
La'olam yagiz adam yetzer hara ad yetzer tov. So they are talking about the battle of emotions, which is a battle that we're talking about. There's the good emotions, the bad emotions. I think that was a Moradek Vort that you said. That's talking about the milchama and the yetzer hara.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Hashem.
All right, so
Shnema
ragzu al tichtau. Get mad and don't sin. Okay. But the Rambam says that you should do anything but kas. Right? So the Gemara is learning it that ragzu is lashon of milchama. Milchama sayetzer. Im nitzchu mutav v'im lav. Listen. So if you won the battle with your inner inclination, and you did something that you don't really want to do, feel You know, like what you really want. A person wants to do good, but in the end, the person needs to feel good. And so, like, if sometimes he thinks like, yo, I gotta do this thing, just like to get my super chill, to get my feeling good, and to hurt another person, so that's obviously bad. You know.
Right. Well, wouldn't say necessarily bad. We also understand that when a person sins, a spirit of insanity takes over them.
Yo, wait, yeah, I hear.
So, the same way you wouldn't persecute someone innocent or something,
right?
You're not going to persecute that person. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah. Honest.
Exactly.
I hear ya.
Yeah.
I hear you, bro. Shteigin. So, im nitzchumutav im lav yasok b'torah. So, person's having mechamas hayetzer. He's going on internal. There are a lot of like voices, different ways, different things. And at the end of the day, this guy, you know,
age 21.
he is Shteigin, but he sins. He is over. What does he do? Listen, so it says, if you win, you're good. But if not, learn some Torah. By learning Torah, and so what does that mean to learn Torah? Just learning? Or maybe when you learn Torah, when you understand like what happened, that you did that thing that you didn't want to do, you said those words that like you would never have said in like a sane mindset, but you know, you said those things. What do you do? Go back to the Torah. Torah is the Gemara, at least Torah Shabbal Peh, the oral Torah is stuff handed down, you know, from very wise people, you know, from the Chachamim, holy people, but even wise, and like our nation has poured over these books for eons, yo. Wow. And you know, so like, you know, it says like, listen, if you win the Milchama and you're able to stay in your super chill, everything's good. But if you're not, and like a person falls, go learn some Torah. Go set the mind a little bit straight. Connect to a very elevated source of wisdom, very pure. You know. Word. Weiter.
Okay, so if you're not able to be victorious over the earth Torah, go and learn Torah.
Right, so go and Torah. Right. If you win good, if not, then your next line of defense is reading Shema.
Wow.
Which is not just like, you go and learn Torah. Who knows what you're going to come by, right? You might have come by like a verse, you might not have like understood like what the point that you're trying to internalize the disposition. And so it says we'll send you even more concisely. We'll say, go read Kriya Shema. Shene'emar al mishkavchem. Right? Go read Kriya Shema. Go read the unity of the world, that we're all one. Which is like this idea that's like coming out in the new age. We're all one. We're like, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. We've been saying this like since the beginning.
The first thing we're talking about in Shas Brachos over here.
If you win, good. The imlav yizkor lo yom hamisa shenamar v'dom musala. So they're darshaning that pasuk from before, saying that it's also talking about how a person can fight how can a person thrive? How can a person steig in the mental sense? This Gemara is talking about how a person, right? Talk about the Yetzer Hara and the Yetzer Tov, doing Averos, don't do Averos. Like a person can imagine that, right? In the time that you have like two guys on your shoulder, or we can understand like the more real way of saying it, which is that like a person has different desires, different things, different wants that are going on in his head. Sometimes he can't organize them, and sometimes like he loses super chill. He loses that place of equanimity, And so that's what, in my eyes, as a psycho, I look at this Gemara and it says the Milchama with the Yetzer Hara. I look at that. That's the Yetzer Hara. The Yetzer Hara is that side of you that like you don't want him coming out. And like that's really like a very, very important Nakuda. You know, and they're telling us here. You know,
it's like a side that it's like I would describe it as a side that like I'd say this for all people. You know, everybody that what is the Yetzer Hara really? You know, it's kind of losing that grasp on reality and MS. You know, when you're having that grasp on reality and MS, reality and truth, you know, you're able to stay in this state of mind of a super chill. But if you have something that happens in your life, or maybe we make a decision that wasn't the best decision, sometimes our thoughts will take us out of that place that we had that was in joy and simcha.
Yeah.
So Rabbi Nachman says that the key to coming out of that place is to recognize the good points in oneself. And that a person, he says that even the lowest Jew in the world is as full of mitzvahs as a pomegranate is filled with seeds. So, you know, we have to recognize that Bezat Hashem, we're, you know, even though we should be humble, we're not the lowest Jew in the world, and that we are filled with many, many mitzvot, and we have done many, many good things and good deeds. And Rabbi Nachman says to rejoice in this, to come through, to singing and dancing and clapping through this. You know, that a person can, you know, bring themselves out of that kind of, you know, that mental space and that place of a lack of simcha. So just Shteigin here.
Shteigin here.
All right, weiter. All right, we're back.
V'amar Rabbi Levi bar Chama, Amar Shema Lakish, Mai Dichsiv, V'es Nalecha es Aluchos Even, V'atayra V'ha Mitzvah, Asher Kazavti Lahorosam. So Rish Lakish says, you know, we love Rish Lakish. Rish Lakish says, what does it mean that I will give you the luchos? However, Taich, the luchos of stone and the Torah and the mitzvah that you wrote, that I wrote to teach you guys. Luchos, Shteigin
here.
Luchos, Elu Aseres Hadibros. So Luchos, they are Aseres Hadibros. Torah Ze Mikra. So Luchos is Aseres Hadibros, and Torah is Mikra, is Bible. The mitzvah is Mishnah. It says a mitzvah is Mishnah. Asher Kadavti Elu Nevi'im V'Ksuvim. Shteigin here. The Horosam Ze Gemara. It says to teach you that, I think that's Gemara. Melamed Kulam Nitnu LeMoshe Misinai. Teaching that everything in the Torah was given to Moshe Misinai. All of the Torah Shabbat Torah Shabbat.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I wonder what about like the Rishonim, the Achrayim. So, I don't know. Chazal was saying what they knew was given to Moshe, but they're saying that also if they weren't going to, what are the implications? Interesting. You know, the whole Har Sinai story. Shteigin. Amar Rabbi Yitzchak, Kol HaKorei Kriya Shema Al Mitazo, Ki'ilu Oches Cherev Al Shtei Pios Biyado. Anyone who reads Kriya Shema on his bed, it's as if he is carrying a sword that's double-edged. That was so gross. What's double-edged? Yo, we are out here. It has been raining for like how long? Like, and I'm saying like,
sorry.
Yeah, I was like, you're like, where's that rain?
I was kind of like lost in thought there. I was thinking about a shtickle of Taita over here. But yeah, it's been raining, which is a huge bracha.
Huge bracha.
Yeah.
Because David HaMelech cursed this land. He says, Al Talvi Al Matar, Alechem Ustei Trumot, Sham Nigam Again Gibrim Again Sha'ul Mashiach Shenim Shach Bashemen, or something like this. We'll throw it up.
Yeah. Somewhere
and that's where we are. We're in stage Shemot. Anyways, getting a little sick, so excuse my swallowing of the phlegm.
Yeah, we just need
aforementioned.
We need a hot tea. Hot tea sounds good.
Shteigin he.
Okay.
Right. So anyways, a stare of a two-edged sword.
Double-edged sword.
Double-edged sword.
Does Rashi say anything on that?
I don't know. Shademar. It says Romu El Bigronam V'cherev Biot Biadam. Because it says that pasuk. Romu El Bigronam. Shall be lifted in their throat, and there is, which is referring to the Kriya Shema, v'cherev pipiot bi'adam, and then they get cherev pipiot, this double-edged sword. My mashma, our of the Itamer of Ashi, Mirejah de Inyana, in the beginning of the Inyan that says, did you see Rashi by the way?
Yeah, I did.
What did he say?
L'harog es hamazikin.
Yeah, nice. We were talking about the mazikin in like one of the previous shows.
So what's l'harog? To like throw?
To kill.
Oh, to kill.
Yeah, remember we were talking about those mazikin going into the korban?
Right.
And then the mazikin get you?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, over here, Shteigin?
Yeah, of course.
Right.
I think there was Daf Gimel.
Daf Gimel, yeah.
Yeah. So that's very interesting. So apparently if you say Kriya Shema on your bed, is that right?
Kriya Shema Amita.
Oh, Kriya Shema Amita. I got you.
Kriya Shema Amita is Kriya Shema in the bed.
Right, I got you.
Right.
But you don't say it when you're actually in the bed. Like you ready to go to sleep. I guess it depends who you're holding by. I'm not sure. I think Shulchan Arav Paskins it's better to do it while you're like.
Yo, is it dripping? Did we just get dripped on, yo?
Oh, are we getting dripped on, yo? Did you feel it?
Oh, it could be that.
Shteigin
here. It could be that we got dripped on for real. I felt something.
All right, we'll pay attention to the situation. Maybe we'll move the
laptop.
But it's all good.
Right, Shteigin here. V'teva me'reishet dinyan yichsiv yahuzu chasidim bekavod yoranu al mishkavosam v'chsiv azur ramos el begonam v'cher b'yos b'yadav. As we know it because of the context. The other Rabbi Yitzchak, all according Kriya Shema al midazo mazikim v'dilin emenu. These mazikim, which we're still not sure what they are, these evil beings, or maybe they're like evil thoughts that we're talking about, like we saw before. We're talking about the Yetzer Hara and the mazikin. Maybe these mazikin are like external things that cause the bad thoughts. Shteigin here.
Badilin.
What's badilin?
Not sure.
So where do you know that word from?
Badil. That sounds so familiar.
Havdalah.
Ah.
Right? It's like Havdalah is like a separation. They'll be separated from him. The bad guys will be separated. Shneimar uvnei reshev yagbiu of ve'ein of eladora. Because it says b'nei reshev yagbiu of. It says b'nei reshev yagbiu of. They will fly away. Is there Rashi on this, yo?
Yeah.
What does Rashi say?
Ha'of misalkam mimecha.
You gotta read the Dibra Masra always.
Sorry. Uvnei reshav yagviu of ha'of misalkam mimecha. And then we got the chicken. Hagos habach over here.
Habach. Yeah.
What's he saying?
Alright, we're gonna put the puzzle up in English over here, and that will be us figuring out like what B'nai Reshev is. I think B'nai Reshev is like an angel or something.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We have Rashi on Ochulme Rashaf. Alright. Let's go back inside.
Okay. So these B'nai Reshev maybe are the ones that, like, when you say Kriya Shema Amita, the mazikin fly away. And those are the B'nai Reshev. Anywho, so as we say that Yagbiu Of, they will raise up the Torah. The Torah will raise them up. And it says an Of is because this oof, they'll fly, and you don't have flying or chickens except for the Torah. Yo. Hakaflaka chas v'shalom. You've forgotten chas v'achmana. Chakablaka Hagendas, because chalavakum so delicious. Right? Anyways, because it says the Torah is chickens, so I'm saying, yo, badaj chickens. Shteigin. Yo, what is happening right now?
You're saying, Yagvu Oaf, the ain't Oaf El Torah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's no chicken except for Torah. Or no flight except for Torah. It's never Hatif Einecha Bo. Fly your eyes on it. Ve'einenu. Fly your eyes on it. Ve'einenu. Ve'ein Reshef. So you're understanding Reshef of is Torah. And B'nai Reshef. What's B'nai Reshef? Those are the Mazikim, which we said, Baruch Hashem. Nice. They're the Mazikin. Shenemar Mazai Ra'a Veloch Me Reshef. They get the Miriri. They quote a pasuk somewhere in Nach. I'm not even going to look where it was. Rabbi Shimon Shteigin here, you guys. Shteigin here. Rabbi Shimon ben Lakish again with Rash Baal. No one calls him that. Everyone calls him Rish Lakish. But you know, I'm Shteigin here. I call him Rash. We're friends like that. Yo, Rish Lakish is the man. Yo, I'll tell you a story about him one day. Yeah, no.
Yisurin, Vidilin, Hemanush. Okay, so all that are involved in Torah, the suffering of the Bedilin, what do we say Bedilin was?
Bedilin, Emanu, I mean, they stay away. It's separate from it.
So everyone that is involved in Torah, suffering is separated from them.
Amen.
Wow. Shenamar, Uvenei, sorry.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Uvenei Reshef
Yagviu, Fein, Fel Torah. Is that?
Yeah, you're striking here.
Shenamar. Hisif Einacha Bo Veinanu Vein Rashaf El Yisurin.
So he's saying
El Yisurin.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're striking here. Basically, what he's saying is, you know that pasuk B'nai Reshef Yagviu Of. We said Of is Torah, but what is Reshef? So we're talking about Reshef. Striking here. We're talking about Reshef. We said first Reshef is the Mazikin. The Mazikin will stay away. You know, if you're learning Torah, you say Krishma Mazikin, Torah, and Yisurin are Bedilin. But like tighten it up. Be concerned.
Okay.
Cool.
Wait, so we suggest that the Rashef were the Bedilin? What the Bedilin Yemenu was applying to? Wasn't the first thing we did? The way we touched Reshef first was that it's Mazikin. If you say Kriya Shema, the Mazikin will stay away from you. We quoted that pasuk. Right.
And then we said, no, if we're going to say that Reshef, we're going to say Reshef means Yisurin, and the oath is going to stay as Torah.
Yeah,
okay.
Good thing we're learning Torah, yo.
Yeah, man, that's for sure. But yo, like, God brings bad stuff on them. God punishes, yo.
Should we look at Rashi? We got anything here?
I don't know. I think we could just bleib shver and just say that, like, yo, you gotta, like, understand, like, what's shot. Does Rashi say something? He says, Afilu tinogo shos beis rabban yodin shet Torah magin. Everyone knows that Torah protects you. Shet lamdin misefer chumash im shemot tishma kol machala asher santi. They learn in Chumash that I need some water, please. They learn in Chumash that if you listen to God's Torah, every machala that I put on Mitzrayim, I won't put on you.
Amen.
So he says, "Ba'avilu haketanim shelo higiu v'sefer Eov kvar lamdu." Everyone knows that even people who didn't get to Eov got there. You know, he's quoting Pesukim in Eov. Rish Lakish is B'nai Reshef Yagbiu Ov is a pasuk in Eov. Even the kids know that from a different pasuk. We don't need that pasuk in Eov to hold that. Rather, what the pasuk in Eov is telling us is that God is going to get you if you don't listen, which I just have a hard time understanding. That God's going to get you. If we're all a part of God, if every single one of us is Chelek Eloha, then how could God want to get us?
It's not that He wants to get us. It's that God is MS, So, we've spoken about this before, how, the Yisurim that we have to go through, they can come from aspect of Din, or they can come from aspect of Rachamim. They can come from judgment, or come from kindness. And, we just daven that we should be, our tshuva should be accepted, and we should be able to come close to the Eibishter, and behold His Holy Torah in love,
Yeah.
All right, you want me to read for a little?
Sure.
All right. We're at Amar Rav Zera, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Amar Rav Zera v'itema Rabbi Chanina bar Papa ba'ura. What is that? I am.
What is v'itema? Every time you come to a word that you don't know, you gotta stop from the page.
Amar Rav Zera. Rav Zera said v'itema, and there's that say?
Yo.
Nice. V'itema Rabbi Chanina bar Papa. Okay. Now what's that next word? Bore?
Bore. Come and see.
Come and see. Shalo Kamidas HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Midas Basar.
Shalo Kamidas HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Midas Basar Adam. The midos of HaKadosh Baruch Hu are not like the midos of, flesh and bone. Or flesh and blood. Right? Midas Basar Adam. Adam Mocher Chevetz L'Chavero. Mocher Atzuv. V'lokeach sameach, v'HaKadosh Baruch Hu eino kain. She says, come and see that Hashem is different than humans, because whereas humans, if they sell something to their friend, the guy who sells it is sad, and the guy who buys it is happy. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu eino kain. God is not like that. Doesn't lie entirely Israel. He gave Torah to Israel, to the Jewish people. V'sameach, and they're happy. Shenemar ki lekach tov nazati lachem Torah al ta'azovu. Amar Rava v'itema Rav Chisda im ro'a adam she'yisurim b'ayin alav. Person sees that yisurim are coming on him. Mr. Shar brings this down, close to this Gemara. If a person finds that yisurim are coming on him, yipash beish b'mazav shenevar nichbes ad darchenu v'nachkora v'nashuva ad Hashem. So if it was mipash beish, right?
What's that? What is that?
It means like he's got if you see that yisurim are coming on him, he should check with what his actions are, right? So, pish beish v'lo matzah. If it was mefash beish, he did chipes, he searched, but he didn't find yidla. Wait a tick. So yidla is the Torah. If you searched what it was, you searched where your maasim were, and you couldn't find what it is, so say, okay, fine, it was the Torah. Shneimar asher gever asher tiyasrenu yah u'mitorasecha talmidenu. Okay. V'im tala v'lo matzah b'yadua she'yizurin shel ava him. And if you said, okay, I'll say it was Bittul Torah, and he's searching, he's like, actually, you know what, I'm looking at my life, and there's talking no Bittul Torah. So then you know, b'yadua it's Yisurin shel ava, it's considered Yisurin shel ava. Shenevar ki es asher yohev Hashem yochiach. Because it says that pasuk. Asher yohev Hashem yochiach. Okay. Amar Rav. Oh yeah, I need to take a break. Amar Rav. Amar Rava, Amar Rav Schora, Amar Rav Una, Kol Shakadosh Baruch Hu Chevetz Bo Midach O B'Yizurin. Everyone that Hakadosh Baruch Hu wants, he makes him depressed. That's where the word dikaon comes from. Yo, You gotta put a red footnote in that one. Everyone that Hashem loves, or that Hashem wants, He crushes him with pain. Yo, what is the deal? Shenemar, Vashem chafetz dach'o hecheli, Yocho afilu lo kiblam me'ava. Maybe even if he doesn't accept them be'ava, Tamalomar im tazim Hashem nafsho, ma Hashem ladas, az yisur ladas. Im kiblem mascharo, Yerazera Yarich Yamim. Lo el shetamudu mekayim biyado. Shenebar v'chavez Hashem biyado yatzleach. All right. So what we just read here is that everyone who Hashem wants, gonna crush him in Yisurin. And he says, but only if you're mekabel them me'ava. If you're not mekabel them me'ava, so then what? They're not Yisurin Sha'ava? So Rashi says over here. Yisurin Sha'ava. HaKadosh Baruch Hu miyasro be'olam hazeh v'lo shum avon kedei leharbot scharo be'olam hazeh yozim yichidei zichu yosav. So this guy did not sin. HaKadosh Baruch Hu miyasro be'olam hazeh v'lo shum avon. This guy did not sin. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives him Yisurin in this world so that he'll get more schar in Olam Haba. More than just the good deeds that he did. So he can deal with stuff.
Where are you holding right now?
In the Gemara.
Yeah, which word?
I don't know.
So we got a footnote coming up here.
I got a figgy footnote coming up?
Yeah, I just wanted to give you a heads up.
Alright, so that means that I learned this sugya before in college, but I didn't have time to... I briefly looked at the sugya, I didn't have time to really analyze it, to go into depth, but, Shteigin it.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we dealt with this, like, when we learned in a little bit of Eel, a little bit of Rambam, a little bit of philosophy. So Yaakov ilu lo kiblem me'ava tamalomer im tazim adam im tazim Hashem nafsho ma Hashem ladas. So just like the sin, the guiltness that he has, the guiltiness that he now is guilty, it was the dot, it was cogent, cognizant, not like me right now. Also, the Yisurim are only Ladas. Is he saying to me right here that the Yisurim only work, it's only bad if you're trying to, accept them? And if he does accept them, what do you mean? You don't accept them, the person can still suffer. If he does accept them, im ahava, no? V'im kiblem, zog the bach me'ava, im kiblem elav me'ava, mascharo. Yo, question, why did you just say that? You saw that in the bach?
No, I just...
Dude, you were just mechav into the biggity bach.
Oh, sweet, bro.
Nice. So if you're mechav with them from ava, mascharo, that makes more sense. Dude, great shot. Yira Zera Yarich Yamim, his kids, or he'll see kids, and he will live long time. V'lo od ela shetamudo miskayim biyado. When he learns, his Talmud is miskayim biyado. He's holding in it. Shenemar v'chafetz Hashem biyado yatzliach. Pligi ba Rabbi Yaakov bar Idi v'Rabbi Acha bar Chanina. Those guys argue. Chad Omer, Hilim Yisurim Sha'ava, Kol She'ein Bahen Bittul Torah. He says, no, Yisurim Sha'ava isn't Bittul Torah. Yeah, it stinks, but at least you're not losing Torah, the ability to learn Torah, the ability to live to live a life of the mind. You know, the unexamined life is not worth living, says Socrates in line 38a of the Apology. I forgot where we were.
Ashrei Hagever Shnemar. No? Yeah, Shnemar Ashrei Hagever Asher Tiasrenu.
Right, he says, alien years they don't have Bittul Torah. Shnemar, right. Ashrei Hagever Asher Tiasrenu Asher Lo Asir Tefilazi V'chasdo Me'ito. Okay, so I quote the pasuk that says that Yisurin Sha'ava is Bittul Torah. Amar Lahu Rabbi Abba Berei the Rabbi Chia Bar Abba. Oh, yo, Chia Bar Abba. Shout out to Chia Bar Abba.
Did you skip a line? Shnemar Baruch Elokim? Wait.
Yeah. Chad Amar. V'chad Amar Elim Yisurim Sha'ava Kol She'en Lem Bittul Tefillah Shnemar Baruch Elohim Asher Lo Asir Tefilazi. Oh, by the way, do I have any Shteigin? You know, dude. Alright. Shteigin here. You want to read those footnotes? Or should I read them?
You got it.
Apparently we learned this sugya in college. You know? Just because like...
Thanks, bro.
You got it, bro. So... Elohim Yisurin Sha'ava. These ideas of Yisurim Shel Ahava, that God just punishes a person to give him more like schar. Kol she'ein v'hem bittul Torah, that like they're suffering but they still can live life of the mind. Live a life of Torah. Shnebar Asher Gever Sheti Asrenu Asher Lo Asir Tefilasi V'chazdo. Like, lucky, unfortunate is the guy that God is miaser. Asher Lo Asir Tefilasi V'chazdo Meiti. Yo, it's raining again. Question is a Bittul Torah Bittul Tefillah. Over here I wrote Rambam or Nevochim Gimel Yud Zayin Miach Esder Zola Mutazila. He says that this opinion is the opinion of the Muslim sect Mu'tazila. Now the Gemara is dealing with, well, how do we deal with how we suffer? What are good things happen to bad people? So that's what we're talking about right now. And like they're saying that like it's the Yisurin of Ava, that he's getting bad stuff in this world happen to him so that he can get more schar in the world to come. So I don't even know how to begin to understand that. Well, let's say that going through some tough stuff, that allows him to grow and allows him to become more of a robust expression of his soul, of his Chelek Eloha in the next world. But one of them says that Yisurin Sha'ava is that when you're not wasting Torah, and one is that when you're not wasting Tefillah. Shteigin it? Back on. Okay. Yisurin Sha'ava Kol She'en Tefillah Shneimar Baruch Elohim Asher Lo Asir Tefilazi. They're doing the same pasuk. V'chazdo meiti. Amar Rabbi Abba Berei Rabbi Chia Bar Abba. Hachi Amar Rabbi Chia Bar Abba. Amar Rabbi Yochanan. Elu ve'elu yisurim shal avahen. Both the ones without Beitul Torah and ones without Shneimar. Ki ez asher yoav Hashem yochiach elamad amalomar umitoras secha tilamdenu. But what does Talmud Lomar when it says, and from your Torah teach us? Umitoras secha tilamdenu. From your Torah teach us. Al degree tilamdenu. Don't read it tilamdenu ella tilamdenu. Don't read it tilamdenu ella tilamdenu. Oh, okay. Yeah, ella lamaditanu. Okay, don't out degree tilamdenu ella lamadnu. We learned it. Davar zeh midorazecha tilamdenu. Kavachomer v'shein v'ayin. So we're saying we have a kavachomer for this idea from tooth and eye. Ma shein v'ayin heim echad me'ivarav shal adam. They are, tooth and an eye are limbs. Remember we had that word limbs? Hekter chalav me'ivarim. So they're the limbs. They're one of the limbs of the adam. Eved yotzei b'hem. But if you knock it out of a slave, of a servant, just piling on the philosophical questions over here. But the servant goes out to freedom. So Yisurin Shememarkim Kol Gufo Shal Adam. So things which really just purify. Person goes through things. Apparently, it purifies the whole body of the person. Al Achaz Kama V'Kama. All the more so would a person go free. Wow, something like this. So, without getting in to, obviously the problem with slavery, so posh, it doesn't need to be said, but it's an issue. It existed in the Torah times,
Right, but even though it existed in the Torah times, our general understanding is that those slaves were treated quite well. It wasn't like they were... Right,
but still, the whole idea, I call them servants, even Eved, someone who serves, but someone who works. Listen, the world is always Shteigin, and we're always getting better, and everyone just wants to get better and be able to Shteig.
Oh, man.
And... So, the servant, if you knock out his eye or his tooth,
he goes free.
Yeah, meaning if you punch this guy in the face, it's not a problem. But if you punch him in the face and knock out a tooth, then he goes free. Listen, there's a big issue, the Torah's got to own up to it and be listen, the Jewish world, it'd be listen, this was an idea. This was an idea. This was ancient times. We don't have these laws anymore. It fit for the time, and within the context of the time, the Torah tried to do it in a way that was chill. If you only have one pillow, it goes to the servant. It's It took that into account, but still, I think the Jewish people should be but also a Jew could be a slave of a Jew. That's another thing that we're thinking about.
Right.
But I think this whole thing with leaves with an eye or a tooth is only by a non-Jewish slave. Anyways, Shteigin here. Weiter. So, but what do we learn from this, right? Maybe we'll just edit out all of that previous, getting in my own head. What do we learn from this? We learn from this that Yisurin, they're going through tough stuff, lets you go free. That's what we learn from it, and that's actually a good vort. We grow from tough stuff. This is a Krei Pride vort over here.
Yeah.
The other Rishon ben Lakish, Nemar Bris Melach, Nemar Bris Yisurin. Wait, Allah is Kama Vakama. Vahainu do Rabbi Shimon ben Lakish. That's like what Rabbi Shimon ben Lakish says. The other Rabbi Shimon ben Lakish says, Nemar Bris ben Melach. It says Bris. We're talking about Melach. Nemar Bris Yisurin. And it says Bris, covenant by suffering and tough stuff. Never bris b'melach. There's lo tashbi melach bris. It's a pasuk in Vayikra. It says you put melach on all of your korbanos, put salt on all of the korbans, and it also says that, right? V'nemar brit b'yisurin. By Yisurin it says sif ele divrei bris ma bris amor b'melach. Melach mimatekes as a bazar of bris of Yisurin mimrekes kol avorot shel adam. Just like the salt makes the meat taste better, so too going through tough stuff makes the yid taste better. Makes the human, It says it gets rid of his sins. You know how remember I said you know how I want to translate sins? I want to translate sins as trauma. Right? Yisurin, they wipe away all the sins. They help you figure out your trauma. A sin, an avera, someone messes up, someone does something, right? I want to start thinking about that in this sense, when like these ideas, they're so ancient, so that's like they were talking about them in those senses. You know what I'm saying? The kids I like that idea. That idea.
It's cool, yo.
Yeah, I do know what I'm saying. What I said was good now. I just it's like a bazillion in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to pause here?
We could pause here.
I don't think we have to put pressure on ourselves to kill ourselves to finish this recording. We're stopped right now at...
Yo, but this next part is so geschmack, yo.
Dots.
Next part is so geschmack.
You want to finish? Okay, let's finish. The Amud or the dot? Whatever you want to do, bro.
I'm Shteigin here, I'm Shteigin here. I just don't know, this to be too long for, the people. Is it still going, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, so let's go. Tanya Rishon Bar Yochai Omer Shalosh Matanos Dovos Natan Kadosh Baruch Hu V'Yisrael. He gave us 3 good presents. V'Kulan Lo Nazan Adei Yisurin. You can't get them except with Yisurin. V'Elohein Torah. You gotta be suffering for Torah. Eretz Yisrael. You gotta be suffering for Eretz Yisrael. That's what we're Shteigin here for both of those things. But Shteigin is growing.
I think about just float my nose.
Shteigin, suffering for Eretz Yisrael.
That's got to be edited out.
You're being Moshe Nefesh, not editing it out. No, we can't. The Eretz Yisrael, the Olam Haba, and the world to come. Torah minayin, having no Torah. Asher gefer shetisenu yahav, zoyzach damdenu. Eretz Yisrael, d'chsiv, ki kasher yiser ish es beno, Hashem Elohecha miyasrecha. D'chsiv basrei, ki Adonai Elohecha meviecha l'eretz tova. Ha'olam haba d'chsiv ki ne'emetz v'torah or v'derech chaim tochachas musar. Okay, geschmack. Tani Tana Kamed Rabbi Yochanan Kol Ozik B'Torah Gemilas Chasadim V'Kover as Banav Mochlin Lo as Golabanos of. Oh wow. Someone who it does Torah and does Gemilas Chasadim, and then he is kover as banav. he buries his children, so then he gets all of his sins are mochlin, because it's such a bad thing that it helps the person really work through trauma. Amar le Rabbi Yochanan Bishlei Madarek V'Chasadim Dirziv B'Chesed V'Amas Yechubar Avon Chesed V'Emes. Yo, dude, that's like crazy level of tired. V'Chesed V'Emes Yechaber Avon Chesed Zog Milos Chasadim Shene'emar Rodef Tzedakah V'Chesed Yimatzeh Chayim Tzedakah V'Kavod Emes Rodef Tzedakah V'Chesed Yimatzeh Chayim Tzedakah V'Kavod Emes Zu Torah. Shenever Emes Kana V'Altim Kor. You bought Emes, don't sell it. Ella Kover Esbanav Minayin. So it says, wait a second, this guy's burying his kids. What is going on here? Tanale Ahusaba Mishum Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Oh, yeah, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Azia Avon Avon. So the way that we know that he's cover Esbanav is that we get sin. In Gzera Shava. Ksiv hacha b'chesed v'emes yichubar avon v'ksiv azam v'shalem avon avos al chek b'neihem. So we see that kids die. Very sad. Yo, basically, Shteigin. Again, Gzera Shava to tell us that if I don't know why they brought in this thing that Kover has bottom, and then they say, oh no, they're bringing the pasuk. They want to explain this pasuk by Umashalim Avon Avos Al Chek B'neihem, that the father's punishment will go to the son. So the father did mitzvahs and he didn't. And if the father was a good guy and his kid died, then he gets all of his avonos. I don't know, man. You think God punishes us for our sins? If we're saying that sins is like trauma, and the Yisurin is something that kind of nudges us to deal with that trauma. And tshuva is choosing to deal with that trauma, choosing to deal with it head on and not me'ava, and not needing to go to have bad experiences and tough stuff that sometimes set us straight. So that could be a cool vort. That could work, and that's the Yisurin Me'ava, is something that gets a guy to really start thinking so we decide if the Yisurin is Yisurin Me'ava or Yisurin Me'ira or Yisurin for, because all Yisurin have the potential to be Yisurin Me'ava. Person knows how to look at it in the narrative and to understand it, right?
Yep.
There is no opposite of Yisur Me'ava. But Yisur Me'sina, we're going to say that, Baruch? No. Definitely not Yisur Me'sina. Yisur Me'ava, it's up to us to decide. It's up to us to look at our life and decide what is Shteigin material.
Weiter. Amar Rav Yochanan.
You want to read?
Amar Rav Yochanan, Negayim, Uvanim, Einon Yisurin, Shel Ava, V'negayim lo. Okay, so Rav Yochanan says negayim. What's negayim?
Negayim is tzaras.
Tzaras. So tzaras in children, sons, don't suffer. So people that have tzaras and children, they don't have yisurin that are of ahava. And people with tzaras,
Shteigin
here, what's up?
I hear. So it was good. It was dude, it's good. So Rabbi Yochanan says that Negayim, So leprosy, ubadim, and kids are not Yisurim Shel Ahava. They're not considered Yisurim Shel Ahava. Not considered. The Negaim low weight, Negaim are not considered Yisurim Shel Ahava. V'hadainu, it doesn't say in a brisa, Kol mi sheyesh bo echad me'ara maros Negaim alalu einan elam mizbeach kapara. He says, wait a second, but this brisa says that that saras and leprosy is a mizbeach, is an altar of atonement. Mizbeach kapara. And it's the Gemara. Mizbeach kapara havu Yisurim Shel Ahava lo havu. Yeah, they're Mizbeach Kapar, but they're not Yisur Sha'ava. You're conflating two ideas with me. Iba is Amen, if you want, you can say, Ha'lan, the Halu. This is us, that's them. Like, you know, like for them, they considered it Sha'ava, but over here, you know, in this day and age, you know, we don't think that it's Yisur Sha'ava to get leprosy. You know, ethos changes and stuff, you know. Everybody's aim, if you want, you can say, because they're like, yeah, it's kind of weak, because like no one ever likes leprosy. Everybody's aim, hobbits, you know, this is when people know that you have leprosy. If people know you have leprosy, then it's not a Yisur and Sha'ava. But if people don't know that you have leprosy, so then it could be a Yisur and Sha'ava. Or the other way around. I could see it being learned by different people, different ways. Shteigin here. V'banim lo, wait a second, saying that kids are not Yisurin Shalava. Heichidami. Now what are we talking about? Ilema dahavu lahu v'mesu. Every time they had and they died. V'ha'am Rabbi Yochanan din garma da'as. We're just talking about Rish Lakish, and then boom, more the Gemara Rabbi Yochanan. Saying that kids dying is not a kapara, but doesn't Rabbi Yochanan say, Dain garma da'asira bir? This is the bawawon of my Tewawen son.
Wow. Yeah,
he says, this is the 10th son. He would go around, right, and he would give tanchumin to people. They were dying, they were going to be bereaved, and he would say, the pain is too much to bear, yet I am still here. The words of Torah restored life to me. So he would say to them. And so we saw that his son died. Ella ha de lo havule klal v'ha de havule mesu. No, they're saying that it's not Yisur Sha'ava if you don't have any at all. If you have and they die, that's Yisur Sha'ava. Not having any kids is Shamesa. And I wrote here when I was in college and I saw this sugya. I wrote just on the bottom. I wrote, better to have loved and lost.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely Shteigin here. Alright, weiter. Rabbi Chibar Abba, Chalash al Ligabi Rabbi Yochanan. Chalash, Rabbi Chibar Abba got sick, went up to Rabbi Yochanan. Amrlei Chaviv and Alechi Yisurin. He's like, yo dude, you loving this suffering? Amrlei, lo. Hein velo schar. He's like, I don't love the Yisurin. I don't even care about the schar. Amrlei, Havli yadecha, give me your hand. Yavle yadei v'ukmei. He says, give me your hand. Give me his hand, and he held him up. Rabbi Yochanan Chalash, al Rabbi Chanina. Rabbi Yochanan got sick, went to Rabbi Chanina. Amrlei Chaviv and Alechi Yisurin. He says, yo, now it's yeah, so we just left Rabbi Yochanan, Rabbi Chibar Abba got sick, he went to Rabbi Yochanan, he's like, yo, you like the Yisurin? He's like, no, I do not. He's like, give me your hand, and he helped him get better. Then he got sick, and he went to Rabbi Chanina. Rabbi Chanina was like, yo, you like the Yisurin? He's like, I do not. He said, give me your hand. He got up. Ask the Gemara, Amor de Kakasha. Amen. Ask the Gemara, Amor de Kakasha. Ask the Gemara, why didn't? He says, V'leikum Rabbi Yochanan, V'leikum Ugmei. Yeah, I lost my place. Classic. He says, give him his head. Says Ukme, right? You got him better. Rabbi Yochanan better. Amai lokim Rabbi Yochanan. Second, why do you have to go to Rabbi Chanina for him to get better? Rabbi Yochanan should have healed himself, just like he healed Rabbi Barabba. Amri, they say, ein chavush madir admo mi beis azurin. Ani bebeit ha'asurin einish podet atzmo. ואז פתאום מאף מקום נפל האסימון. למה הוא בחר בי? בגלל שאני גאון? או בגלל שאני מפגר? תלמי מיטת סדום. ואז עוד סיבה שהוא אולי היכה בי בקרדום? בגלל שהתכוונתי להתאבד בסוף היום. Shteigin. B'kitzer, what he said is that why didn't Rabbi Yochanan get himself up? Right? We know that he has the capacity to heal someone and to get him up. Why didn't he get himself up? He says because sometimes you can't heal yourself. Sometimes you need a homie to come help you out, you know?
Word, yo.
What a beautiful Gemara.
That is beautiful, yo.
Baruch Hashem, very great.
Amen.
Rabbi Eliezer got sick. All the way to Rabbi Yochanan. Chaza dehava kagani bebeis afel. He was gardening in a dark house. Galia lidare. V'nafal nehora. All right. It might mean that he revealed. I'm just straight eating seeds over here. You know? So Galia lidare. All right. We need a jastro for looking up what lidare means. Galia lidare. He opened up something. We got jastro on the phone. We'll find that out. We'll put it up there. Basically, he opened this dare, right, which is like, I want to say it's like some sort of like squash or something, and then it illuminated. Well, obviously, I'm blind with Shver on it because it definitely did not mean squash, but it might be. V'naval nehora, shaya bisaro mavhik, sheyava hayam od. He was very beautiful. Lidar Zar Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Yochanan revealed himself here. I don't know what lidar means. It could mean to his hand, like his roa. He showed him. He showed him
looking up Dalet
his
here?
roa. I got it. It's roa, I think, because Dalet and Zion are interchangeable. He showed him his wrist, right, and it became light. Rabbi Yochanan showed him his wrist, and it became light because he was so beautiful. His skin was so shiny. Chazia dehava kabachi Rabbi Eliezer. He was gani. He was chilling, you know. He was chilling in this dark place. So he revealed his skin, and it was light. Chazia dehava kabachi Rabbi Eliezer. He saw that Rabbi Eliezer was crying. Amarle amai kabachis. Why are you crying? Imijum Torah the lo afshta. Shaninu echad echad mayit. Wait, why are you crying over here? You didn't learn enough Torah, but we already learned that it's not about how much Torah you learn. It's about the intention that you have, you know. The mishum mizori is because food. Local adam zochas eshochanos. Not everyone is zochas to also have a lot of like money and also a lot of Torah. Imishum b'nei din garma de ashira bir. Is it because the garba, the low, b'nei din garma, the ashira beer? Din garma, the ashira beer, Shteigin here. Rashi puts this up. Din garma da sira beer. He puts it like in the wrong place. Ze'etzim shel din. Wow, never mind. I shouldn't have said that about Rashi. I just Shteigin here. Ve'imishum b'ni. If you're crying because of your kids, he says, right? He was all he was all bereft. He said, din garma de sira beer. This is the bone of my dad when son. Right? He said like don't worry, like it. And so basically what he's saying is like, yo, this is like, what? Don't worry about it, because that means like you definitely had all of your Yisurin like given up, like you traded your son. I'm not sure if that was a good trade, but he's saying. The way Waxman explains it is that this is the bone of my 10th son. The Torah restores life to me. Shteigin. Amar lei lahai shufra the bali be'afra. For that, like I'm chilling that like I'm gonna war out in the ground. Kabachina. Stop. Right. Lahai shufra. All that stuff. I'm chilling. He said I'm afraid of death. I'm crying because I'm gonna rot. Amar lei al davade kabachis. On this, Taka, you should cry. And they both cried. In the meantime, meanwhile, Amarle Chavivin Alecha Yisurin. Amarle Lohem Velosar. No, I don't like them, and I don't like their the reward. Amarle Havi Yadech Avle Yadei Vukman. He got him up and he helped him. He healed him.
Nice,
beautiful. Rav Uda. Takivule arba mea dani de chamra al ligabe the Rav Yehuda achua the Rav Sila chasida v'Rabbanan v'amri la Rav Ada bar Ava v'Rabbanan v'amri la layen mar b'milei. He said to him, yo, check your words. Amrulei umi chashidna. Wait, am I like suspicious in your eyes? Who's suspecting Kadosh Baruch Hu that we're gonna do judgment without judgment? Give me a second here. Yeah. Dina below Dina, Amalu, Iga, Man, Dishmia, Alai, Milza, Lema. If you heard something about me, say it. Amalei, Achi, Shami Alan, Tuluya Mar, Shabisha. We heard that you don't give Shabisha le Arise. Alright. That you don't give. When you're cutting your vine trees, right? You're supposed to give them out, and we heard that you don't give it to the sharecroppers. Amar lehu mika shavik li midi minei. So what do you think? I have any of that left? They stole him. Amrulay. They said to him, I know the Amri Inji. This is like what people say. Basar Ganava Ganuv. V'taima Taim says, it says, Agore min aganav, you steal from the steel person. Avu toim tam geneva, so he also is stolen. He also like has like that element of geneva. If you steal from a robber. Amar lahu, he said to them, Kabilna alai the yavna lay. Trust me that I give it. I give them. Igidamri hadar chala v'hava chamra. You could say that he gave them vinegar and it was wine. Igidamri iyakir chala v'izdavim b'demei chamra. That vinegar got more expensive and he sold it at the price of wine. The kids are these 400 wine salesmen attacked this guy. I know, you're like, what? You're like, where did those wine salesmen come from? So like he went up to these people and they're not like sure like who it was. He said Shteigin, and they went on. Tanya, Al bin Yamin Omer, Al Shtei Devar Ba'isi Mitztayer Kol Yamai. There were two things that I was always worried about all my days. Al Tvilasi Shlo Tiyeh Lifnei Midazi, Now Midazi Shlo Shetei Nesuna Ben Savon L'Daram. Two things I'm worried about, that I'm careful about. That my tefillah, that it's not in front of my bed, and that my bed should be from north to south.
That it was in front of my bed.
What?
That it was in front of my bed. Al tefillah si shetehei lefonai mitasi.
You see, mitzvah that I was careful about, that it will be right, that the tefillah will be in front of the bed, and
mitasi.
mitasi she and Zuna ben Savon L'Daram. Al tefillah si shetehei lefonai mitasi. What does that mean? Livnei mitasi. What does it mean, livnei mitasi? Even if you're going to say livnei mitasi mamish before my mita, v'hamar Rav Yehuda amar Rav v'dema rival. You know what the rival was?
Yochanan ben Lakish? No, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean either. Let's see. It's a bet over here.
Yeah, Rav Yitzchak.
Rival. It sounds familiar.
Rav Yochanan ben Levi.
It's a good guess. That would be the Rosh Tevot if there was a guy by that name.
Yitzchak ben Levi?
Maybe someone Levi. But I don't know. Rival Yitzchak ben Levi sounds good. Shteigin here, Shteigin there, Shteigin everywhere. So some people say it's Rabbi Yamin. Okay. Shteigin here. V'dever rival. Minayin l'misbala shalo yehei davar chodet b'no levein akir. There shouldn't be anything between you and the wall. Shneimar v'yizov cheskiyahu banav el akir v'yizbala. So Cheskiyahu had his panav face to the wall, v'yizbala, and he was davening. Lo tema lifnei midazi ella emas samol midazi. I can say next. I can say in front of bed. I'll say next to that. V'al midazi de'netuna ben samol daram. That my bed should be north to west, north to south. Ta'amar Rabbi Chama, Ta'amar Rabbi Chanina, Ta'amar Rabbi Yitzchak. Kol hanoze midazo ben samol daram. Havil nabanim zacharim. They have their sons that are Zacharim, that are male. Shteigin. Shenemar v'tzavoncha demale bitnam yasviu barem. Rabbi Nachman Bar Yitzchak. We love Rabbi Nachman Bar Yitzchak.
Amen.
Oh no, Yitzchak. Whenever Yitzchak Amar, Af Ein Ishto Mapelas Nefelim. She's not gonna have miscarriage. Ksiv Achar says over here, V'tzvocha D'malei B'tanim, and the north will full tummies. Ksiv Hazam, it says over there, Ve'malu Yamei Laledes, V'nei Ta'omim V'tna, that we have the Gezerah Shava of Malei Malei. So Chatwali Badeh, Malei Shnei Yamei Laledes V'chulei. Right. Tanya, Abba bin Yamin Omer. Shnayim Shenichnasu Le'izbalel. So two Yidden go into daven. V'gadam Echamen Le'izbalel, V'lo Imtinas Chavero. V'yatza. So two guys go in. One guy goes in, and like he finishes davening and leaves. Right? Torfin lo tevilazo. We rip up his prayer. Wow. Shenemar Toref Navjo Be'abo Halemancha Tazov Aretz V'lo Od Ela Shegorim L'Shchina Shetistalik MiYisrael. Not only that, but it causes the Shechina to leave Yisrael. Shenemar Ve'yatek Tzor Mimikomo Ve'in Tzor Ela Kadosh Baruch Hu Shenemar Tzor Yiladecha Tesi She V'im Himtin Lo Mascharo. And if he does actually talk away for him, so what is his schar? Find out next time on Shteigin here.
We Shteigin here. Shkach, bro.
Shkach, dude.
Awesome.